Hiya and welcome to the Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums of girls who are often labelled as too much, too sensitive, too emotional and too different and just don't fit in. I'm Rach Friedley, fellow mum, coach and play specialist, and here's what I believe. Our girls definitely do not need fixing, and we don't need yet another list of strategies that make us feel like failures in our role as parents. The truth, behaviour is not a flaw. It's a signal from the body, and it's the body's way of asking for support without the words. This podcast is about listening, not controlling, connection, not correction, and giving you tools that actually work in the chaos of real everyday life or everyday real life. So if you're ready to stop second guessing, feel confident again and finally connect with your daughter at her level, you're in the right space. So keep listening.
If your daughter shuts down when you encourage her, withdraws when you try to build her confidence, or seems to just disappear the moment something feels hard, this episode is for you, because confidence cannot grow when a nervous system is frozen. So welcome back to the Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums raising girls who look unmotivated, unsure or disengaged, but are often deeply overwhelmed underneath. I'm Rach Friedley, and here's the reframe I want you to hold. Many girls do not lack confidence. They lack nervous system safety. And confidence cannot grow without it. And yes, by the way, I'm a mum too. So 100% I get where you're coming from. It's tough. It's friggin' hard. It's why I'm here, and this podcast is. So let's step into her experience for a moment. Not yours, hers. When a girl is in freeze, her body feels heavy or numb. Her thoughts slow or go on a constant loop. Motivation goes poof, and everything feels way harder than it should. And inside she may be thinking, what's the point? I can't do this. I'm going to mess it up anyway. So what's the point in trying? This isn't a belief system. It's a system that's conserving energy because it feels overwhelmed. So why does encouragement increase shutdown? Now, that's the exact opposite of what we're told time and time again. But here's the thing. Encouragement increases expectation. And in freeze, expectation feels like a threat. Her nervous system hears, if I try and fail, it confirms I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I'm useless. I'm stupid. And it goes on and on and on. So instead of moving forward, she goes still. She's stuck right there in that moment. That's not avoidance. That is protection. Self-protection for herself, obviously. So remember, teen nervous systems are still developing, despite what we are told that they are like mini adults. They're not. Their brains are not fully online until their mid-20s. So that means emotional regulation, stress tolerance, identity is still developing. Organisation, risk assessment, time management, all of them still developing, not developed as us as adults. But when stress is chronic, so that's social pressure, academic load, comparison, bullying, injury, illness, bereavement, family breakdown, family trauma, you get the drift. The body adapts by slowing everything down. This affects cortisol, dopamine, motivation, confidence. She's not choosing to opt out. Her system is exhausted. And here's the thing, what actually rebuilds confidence? Do you know what? I'm so glad you asked that question. I know you didn't, but hey. Brains do not rewire through pep talks. They rewire through safety, repetition and connection. So every time she feels accepted without pressure, rests without guilt, and tries something small and survives it, her nervous system learns, I can exist without bracing myself, without masking. That is the beginning of confidence. So how does freeze show up? It often looks like procrastination, so faffing, avoidance, the I don't care attitude, the eye rolling, and the lack of effort. But underneath is often that fear of failure, loss of trust in herself, and a nervous system depletion that literally stops her in her tracks. Your role as a mum is not to convince her she's capable, it's to help her feel safe enough to try again. So what builds confidence quietly? Confidence grows in those micro moments, those tiny, weeny baby steps, as I've talked about before. Sitting beside her, sharing space without an agenda, celebrating effort, not outcome, and allowing her just to rest. These moments restore capacity, and capacity comes before courage. And the thing is, your nervous system is still the blueprint. And here's the part that matters the most. Parenting is as much about you as it is about her. We're told time and time again, parenting your daughter is how you are bringing her up, what you are doing to make her be whatever. And it's all focused on her. But actually, parenting is as much about you as it is about her. Shall I say that again? I've said it twice already. Don't think I need to say it again. Because if you're dysregulated, if you're running on fumes, if you're chasing your own tail, if you're not looking after yourself and giving yourself time for what you love, what's your daughter going to do? I've talked about this before. Mirroring is what you do. We like to mirror the behaviours we want to see in our girls. So if you're mirroring that, what's she learning? She's learning to ignore her own needs. She's learning to just put up with it and grit her teeth and get her way through. That is not what we need to encourage our girls to do. We need to mirror the behaviours we want to see in them. So that means you need to put yourself first. You need to take the time out for you. You need to be regulated. So whether you're doing that through meditation, getting out in nature, movement, breath work, whatever it is, it has to be in your day. It has to be your priority in your day before you do anything else. Or that's what I think. If you leave it to the end of the day, you're too friggin' knackered to do anything. And again, that's what your daughter sees. She sees that the end of the day is for that kind of like constant put down. Oh my God, I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have done la da 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 da. And that's not what she needs. She needs that regulation. So then she can regulate herself. Your calm teaches her how to come back online. So when you stay steady, tolerate her stillness, don't rush her forward, her body learns, I don't have to shut down to be okay. So confidence is definitely not about pushing, and it's not built by pushing. It's built by safety, by patience, and by time. Her nervous system is paramount to her well-being. If her nervous system is on high alert 24/7, she's not going to be able to do anything. Logic doesn't come close. In fact, our girls do not even have logic. Logic doesn't land. When she's dysregulated and you're kind of going, right, we need to do this, we need to do that, she's just going to see it as a threat. So we need to build confidence by safety, patience, and time. So if this episode helped you to reframe what you're seeing, which I hope it did, please hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and leave me a review. This podcast needs to get out there in front of all the mums who are struggling with their daughters right now, because it's so important to know you're not alone, to know there are other people in this who get what you're going through, who understand what is going on, and who can be there for you without judgment, without that fear of retribution, without that fear of what they're going to say to me. This is why it is so important. So if you're thinking, I need support, holding this without pushing her further away, do you know what? I'm so glad you thought it, because that's exactly what WTF is for. And WTF is what's the feeling, by the way, not WTF. Well, we all know we have loads of those WTF moments when you're bringing up a girl, me included. So WTF is a space for mums supporting girls in shutdown, where behaviour is understood through the nervous system, not judged, not trying to be fixed. You're not failing. You are parenting a tween, a teen or a young adult who is overwhelmed, and that is okay. That is the tweak we all need to say. So if you like what you hear, check out my website, the 3 Ws, theteenwhisperer.co.uk, or if you'd like to connect, message me from inside this podcast. Yes, that's a thing, and it's so easy to do. Or book yourself in for a connection call. All the details are in the show notes. So yeah, remember, you are parenting a child, a tween, a teen or a young adult who is overwhelmed, and that is okay. It is tough. I get it. 100% I am with you. As a mum of a daughter who is in freeze, I understand. So just remember, you are doing way better than you think. And so is your daughter. So take a step back, look after yourself, and then be there for your daughter. So have your good week and see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.